Italian word of the day for today, Friday, 11 April 2025 is grasso, which translates to English as fat. And this is, grasso is the word for fat in both an adjective and a noun sense. So in the adjective sense, fat is like a person is fat. And the noun sense is I have high body fat. So it's like a descriptor in the adjective sense, and then in the noun sense, it's the actual like thing. It is the fat. And this is one for determining if a person is fat medically. When I was growing up, at least the body mass index, BMI, was used, and they wouldn't necessarily call it fat. It would be like overweight or obese. But that was kind of the one. And people can not be fat in those kind of thresholds, however, still feel fat. And then there's high body fat, which a person who's like my size, a healthy pant size, can have higher body fat. And so in having higher body fat and not having caught COVID-19, yes, so I previously ran lean when I was in my teens, kind of thing, and I have kind of not chosen to go that pathway this time around. And so I have a little bit higher body fat than I have in the past, and I was living with people who caught COVID-19, and I did not catch COVID-19. I have also not caught the flu, nor common cold, nor gotten any injuries in my, I guess this is turning out to be a bit about running, and my return to road running back in August 2023. So for me, this is actually, I'm not saying be fat and have high body fat. I'm saying my higher body fat, as opposed to being leaner and lower body fat. My muscles aren't sore like they were. Like it's been kind of like a really great thing for me, which is a huge surprise. I'm in a welcome surprise. My low end of healthy blood pressure readings have all been attained with higher body fat. Again, this is from me and my own history, including belly fat, and I have not missed my menstrual cycle with high body fat. So this does factor in my in my blood pressure journey, in terms of it has not given me high. That's where the high comes in. It has not given me high blood pressure. I was thinking through, okay, so that's kind of looking at the past and the present, looking to the forwards. Maybe there's also a kind of a social and life change reason to have a little bit of extra insulation, of a little bit of extra grasso, extra fat. Of, let's say I'm pursuing my PhD in physics in Italy, and I've started working on the immigration paperwork and like trying to find a house, right, and then or a place to live, and getting that all cleared. And so maybe that's like the paperwork is a month or two, but finding a place, especially if I want to see it in person, and getting all that paperwork through might take a few months with all of that, so that I can start, on the ground in Italy. And so like that's a lot, but a lot of just I do something and then there's just processing of paperwork. All right, so it's like maybe with my blood pressure stuff, the thing I push as well is writing or seeing if there's something to publish, and publishing my work with my Mr. David Beckham on my blood pressure findings from my self-experimentation. And it was like, and maybe I'm sitting one day with Mr. David Beckham in his house he bought in Shoreline, our house we bought in Shoreline, and I'm working on the paper or something, and we hear that two other people who maybe don't have low body fat currently, mom has bought dad out of his part of the house, and so me and my insulation, a little extra insulation of body fat, go over, and we find we can handle the situation quite well. We pull a Legally Blonde scene where we go over to where Elle Woods goes, and with a woman who's divorcing her man or something like that, and he's like, we're taking the dog, and I come over, and it's like me with or without Mr. David Beckham, because I got that extra little layer of fat, and go, oh, I'm taking my dad and my dog, you know, but not my dog, my son, like, I'm taking my dad and the dog and his dog, you know, kind of thing, and then take them. So, there we go. It's like I say, it could also be a bit of a protection of a body, so the body doesn't feel as much on display. So anyway, in English as fat, adjective in noun sense, grasso in Italiano. And I am Tanis, she, her, hers of Seattle.